Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Cooking with Bismark. Tonight, we'll be making raspberry ice cream with chocolate dinosaurs. This recipe is going to call for 2 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 pints of raspberries, 2 bars of chocolate, and 3/4 cups of sugar. The first thing we're going to do is melt the chocolate and pour it into the molds. Oh, it might help if I turn on the chocolate melter. Now, you don't need a chocolate melter like this. You can also just use a glass bowl, like this, put that on top of a metal pot that you filled with water, and then you bring that water to a boil and you let it simmer and you melt the chocolate that way. Or, if you have a double broiler, you can use that as well. But if you own a double broiler, you probably already know how that works. If not, feel free to ask me and I can let you know. Now, you might ask, why am I doing dinosaurs again? And the answer is, dinosaurs are cool. That shouldn't be a question you're asking. Now we're waiting for the chocolate to melt. While we're doing that, we can get started on the supplies for the ice cream itself. We want some milk. We got some milk. We want some heavy cream. We got some heavy cream. And the chocolate is melting. 1 cup of heavy cream. Now we're going to add 2 cups and just a bit of whole milk in order to make up for that little bit of cream that we didn't have. So just a teeny bit more. And there we go. Bring out R2D2. Help us. Sugar everywhere. I am going to so need to vacuum that up. 2. And 3. And for any kids that might be watching, this is a friendly reminder to clean up your messes in the kitchen. Now, while the chocolate is melting, I can discuss the ice cream. The recipe I'm using is a rather simple one that doesn't involve things like egg yolks or gelatin, which a lot of other ice cream or sorbet recipes call for. This one just calls for the milk, heavy cream, and sugar, really. And then whatever you want to add flavor, in our case, raspberries. Now, that's not to say that we won't be seeing on this channel more complicated ice cream recipes. If you'd like to see those, just let me know down in the comments, or as other people refer to them, the doodly-doos. Now, we're going to put the chocolate in the freezer, which typically is a no-no, because what's going to happen is by putting it in the freezer, it's going to cool off too quickly and lose its nice, shiny luster. But because the chocolate is going into the ice cream anyway, the luster of the chocolate's not that apparent because you really don't see too much of the chocolate once it's all mixed with ice cream. But I decided to do dino bones, so that way when you're digging into the ice cream, it's like digging into a paleontological site. So I'm going to add these nice raspberries that I've already washed. There they are, in with the milk and cream and sugar. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to use an immersion blender. Now, you could just use a food processor to do this trick, but it gives me an excuse to use this bad boy. And any excuse to use this is a fun one. Start on a low setting, just to get things mixed up. So, all those raspberries are getting mixed in with the sugar, the milk, and the heavy cream. And in the meantime, I'm also adding a lot of air into the mixture, which will cause it to kind of fluff up a bit. We're going to want to make sure that this is all very well mixed up together. There we go. Okay, the chocolate is nearly all melted. Let's pour in very carefully. We'll start with the head of the T-Rex. Pour over the rib cage. Ah, way too much. I'm so making a massive mess in the kitchen. Okay, now the other thing we want to do is tap down the chocolate to fill in all the little air voids. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now we're going to put these into the freezer. Those Triceratops. In goes T-Rex. Now we've also got just a wee bit left of the melted chocolate. Now we take the ice cream pot, put that there. We take our mixture and pour the mixture in. There we go. You want to make sure that the mixture doesn't go all the way up to the top. Otherwise, it's going to overflow as it starts to cool. And even as this is, it may overflow too much. Now I've turned off the ice cream maker for a second so that you can hear me. You don't need to turn off the ice cream maker when you're at this step when you're making this recipe. So it's been about 10 minutes and the chocolate has solidified. So we're going to take it out of the freezer. See, it's nice in those little chocolate molds. And start to remove the pieces. T-Rex skull. And before it melts, drop it in. Now we're going to let this keep moving and stirring until the ice cream solidifies. Now that the ice cream's frozen, I'm going to scoop it out into a bowl and have some. It appears all the chocolate bits have sunk to the bottom, unfortunately. Let's see if I can try to extract one or two pieces. Ah, there's one. Looks like part of the Triceratops. And so now we've got our Dinosaur Dig Ice Cream. Let me give this a try. It's quite good. If there's anything about this video you like, click that like and subscribe button right down there.